Hi, I'm going to be going over problem 6-9A. I just copied and pasted this onto this Excel sheet over here. I added in some other headings: total costs of the units, quantity sold, units, cost per unit, total cost, the balance of the units as we go along, the costs of the units as we go along, and the total cost when you times the unit by the unit cost. So our first question, our first A1, it asks to calculate the average cost for each unit throughout the month. So July 1st, we bought a unit for, we bought 12 units for 103. So we already know what the unit cost is on July 1st. The unit cost is 103. We don't buy any more units until July 11th at a different unit cost. And so on July 6th, 103 is the unit cost, the average unit cost. On July 11th, if we go over here, we had the 12 units, but then we sold 8 of them, which leaves us with 4 units. Those 4 units will keep that unit cost of 103, but the new 5 units that we buy on July 5th will be at the price of 110 per unit. And so we add the first price right here to 150 right there, and we get the 962. Sorry. And then we add the leftover 4 units to the new 5 units, and that's where we get the 9. So then we divide 962 by 9 units, and that's where we get the cost per unit of 106.89. So then we plug that in over here. We do not buy any more units for a new unit price, so we get 106.89 for July 14th. But we do sell on July 14th 5 units right here, and those units are at the price, the new unit cost price, average price, and that's where we get that. And that leaves us with 4 units left over at that price. But then when we buy the new units on July 21st, they're at a price of 118. And so then we add that in over here, which is a total of this. We add the leftover price of the leftover 4 units at the new unit cost price, plus the new 7 units at 118. We add those together and we get 1,253.56. And we divide that by the leftover units, which is 11, right there. And so then we get 113.96. 0.96. So then we put 113.96 into July 21st. We don't buy any more units at a different unit price, so we keep that for July 27. We get 113.96. As we scroll down, the next question asks us to find what FIFO, first in, first out, moving average, and LIFO. So there's the quick way, but we're going to go through the longer way just so you can kind of see how it's set up. We purchased 12 units, 103, so we come over here. The balance is 12 units at a 103 price. Total is 1,236. We then sell some of those units, 8 of those units right here, and they are going to be at the 103 price. So that's going to be 823 because we don't have any other choices, just those 2. So then we subtract those 12 units originally that we have, and the sold 8 units. So we have 4 left over at 103 still, and that gives us this price. Then on July 11th, we purchased 5 more at the price of 110. Sorry, I think I wrote on it 110 for a total of 550. We take and add those 5 units to the leftover 4, and we get the new unit of 9. And then we add the price of those 4 units the total cost of those 4 units is 412 to 550, and we get the new price, or the total cost that we have now of those units of the ending price of 962. Then on July 14th, we sell 5 of those units. Since it's FIFO first in, we're going to sell 4 of the leftover 4 over here at 103, the price of 103, so we get that price. And then we're going to have to, then we have one more unit that we need to equal 5. So we're going to take 1 unit from the 5 that is at 110. So we're going to go 1 times 110 is 110, is 110, and then we're going to add those two together and get 522. So then we'll subtract the 9, the 9 that we had originally, and subtract 5 from it. So now we have 4 units left over, and those 4 units are going to be what's left over from the 1 that we subtracted. So at 110, the unit price of 110, so we get 440. And then on July 21st, we purchase 7 more units at 118. So then we add those 7 units to the leftover 4, and we get 11 units. And then we add the 440 of the 4 units plus 7. The 7 units then the total cost of those 7 units is 826, and we get the 1266. Then we we sell 5 of those units on July 27th. And so 4 of those are going to have to come from this leftover 4 units at the price of 110. So we have the 4 at 110, but we still need 1 more. So we're going to take it from these 7 units priced at 118. So 1 times 118 equals 118. We add those together to get the total price of those 5 units, and that's 558. We take 1,266 and subtract 558, and we get 708. Or we could just subtract take the leftover 11, subtract 5 from it, and that gives us 6. And we can and we know that the leftover 6 is going to come from this right here, so it's going to have a unit price of 118. So we can go 6 times 118, and that will give us 708. So that will be the 5. Okay, so then we'll move down. The moving average is really simple. We already calculated what the average cost per unit is at the end. And so we know that we have over here, we have 6 units left over. So then we just take the 113.96 and times that by the 6 units left over, and we get 683.76. So that would be our ending inventory for the moving average. So for LIFO, we're going to do last in, first out, and that's a little harder with periodical because you have to do it with each, you can't just do it at the end. You have to go through each purchase and each sale. So on July 1st, they buy 12 units, of course, and that is that much. So then on July 6th, we sell 8 of those units. So 12 minus 8, we get 4 units left over, and it's taken from what we've purchased. So we have 103, which is the ending balance of 412 total cost. Then on July 11th, we purchase 5 more units at a cost of 110. We add those 5 units of 110. So the leftover 4 plus 5 more units added is 9. The cost of those 4 plus the cost of those 5 equals 962. So then on July 14th, we sell 5 units. Since we're using the LIFO, we're going to actually take the 5 units that we just put in at that price. So these 5 units are going to be at the price of 110. And so we're going to go 9 minus 5 is 4 units, but those 4 units are going to be at the price that's left over. It's going to be at this price of 103. And so we have a total, again, we have a total of 412. Then we come over here and they purchased on July 21st 7 more units at the price of 118 per unit. So if we add those 7 units to the leftover 4, we get 11 units. And then we add the leftover 4 units at 103, a total of 412. We add that to 826 and we get 1238. Oops, should have gotta undo that. Sorry. We get the 1238, and then we subtract on July 27th the 5 units that we purchased. We're going to subtract those 5 from this 7 over here because last in, and so those 5 are going to be at a unit price of 118. So then 5 times 118 is 590, and then we take 11 units that we had, subtract those 5 that we sold, and now we're at 4 units left over. Which is at, let's see, so 5, we have 6 left over after that. So yeah, we have 6 left over. 11 minus 5 is 6 left over. And the leftover would be the 4 from the 103, and we still have 2 left over from this 7 because we used 5 of that, and those 2 are going to be at the price of 118. And so 4 times 103 is 412, and 2 times 118 is 236. And so so then 412 plus 236 is 648. So that is our ending inventory for LIFO, 448 over here. And then we scroll down, and which cost method, we don't need to worry about that because I just have to do A. So that's all.